So, one of the first questions I want to ask you is, why do you think you're here today? Not the court's version, your
Okay.
version.
Dr. Warning, can I just know, like, how long is this session, please?
Session's only going to last an hour.
Okay.
That's why I wanted to get right to it. Don't worry. I have another patient right behind you, so it won't go any longer than that.
Okay.
Thank you.
Not that I want to be here, so.
No, I understand. And that's one thing that I want to say too. I appreciate you coming in with the right attitude. A lot of times the people who are court ordered, they try to, they feel like I'm against them. I'm on your side. I'm here to help
Are you really?
Yes,
Okay.
definitely. Definitely. I'm always here to help my patients. And just even if you come on your own or if you are ordered to come. So it doesn't matter to me. So again,
To come.
let's start with
to come. Wow.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. So let's start with this first question again. I have my notes here. Why do you think you're here today? Not the court's problem, not the court's issue, but your point of view. Why do you think you're here?
I think just because because they're haters.
Haters.
Jealous of me, probably. Just out to get me, really. Out to get me. I'm doing what I do, and I just feel like every angle someone's wanting to attack.
I understand. That leads me directly to this next question right here. You are completely aware that the laws have changed. Well, the laws have always been changed. That your situation with marijuana is illegal. I know this sounds like a dumb question, but I just want to make sure that both of us are on the same page.
Well, that's what how is it legal here, not legal here? So no, I'm not like gonna obey the law.
I understand technically what you're saying, but there have been, especially here in California, there have been things put in place where now the government, our local government.
Right, and that's exactly it. They want their cut.
Yes.
But
yes.
what I do, I offer a service as well. So I'm not understanding, these are our laws so that we can get our money, because it's for them, it's all about money. For me, it's about meeting a need, be it a necessity or a benefit. So the government, and that's where I'm like, your law, you're not for the people. You're just to take the people's money. So that's really, that's why I'm not, it's like laws set by who? You have men making laws and they create their own laws. So I'm just, okay.
Okay, I do understand your point of view, but I don't want us to get caught up on the legalities of it. That's not why we're here. The reason we're here, and let me address that right away. Can you tell me, now I've read your records, and I'm just asking you some of these questions, and it's obvious that I know, but I like to ask questions that...
You read my records.
Yes,
okay.
yes. How many times have you been arrested? And at what point, it's two-parter, how many times have you been arrested, and at what point did you start feeling being arrested was normal?
Arrested. What do we mean arrested?
Well, I mean, taken into handcuffs and taken away by the law enforcement officials.
20. I've lost count, really.
Well, I do have the count. It's
Then why did you ask if you have the count?
just approaching, or just...
And you're on my team.
Yes, I am. Just approaching 50 times you've been arrested. 50.
Really?
They're not counting the last two.
Okay. No, I don't remember. I don't know about 50 times.
50 times. That's why you're here, because you are...
I don't remember.
You're what the court calls an habitual offender.
Wow.
And really,
I haven't offended. Okay, you're on my team. I haven't offended anyone. As I said, I offer a benefit. I offer things that are beneficial for some and necessary for some. So
Okay.
I haven't offended, of course.
Oh, no, when I say offended, I don't mean offended in, degrading someone or hurting their feelings. I mean offended, broken the law, or the state's law. But okay, let's like I said, our situation here is not to focus on right or wrong. Our focus here is to look at and try to identify what the court calls your problem. So let's see the next question. You call it a business. What made you see yourself as an entrepreneur instead of someone that's constantly breaking the law? Why do you feel that way?
Well, I'm not constantly breaking the law, as I said, and being an entrepreneur. Well, we start with let's deal with origins. I was taking care of my father in his dimming years. The doctor just constantly wanted to dope him up. So I figured, what's a way where my father can have quality of life and not be addicted to pharmaceuticals? Again, I can't escape the government. It's just a big machine. So he started doing medicinal marijuana, and I was like, well, I started growing that, and it was helping my father. And so once I saw my aging father getting help, getting relief from his pain, and it's not addictive, so I thought, okay, as I said, I offer a benefit for those who need it, or a necessity for those who are in pain and they don't want to be on opioids and addicted. So, does that answer your question?
Yes, that seems good. That's
so. If you want to say that I'm an entrepreneur with that, then okay.
I understand that issue, that point, a good point there. Who, in your opinion, has treated you most unfairly? The judges, the police?
Police. I know. Oh no, the customers love me.
Okay.
Thank you. The police, and like I said, I believe they're haters. And just, I don't know whether a quota. Oh, we just have to arrest a black woman. I don't know. I mean, there's so many layers. How would I know?
Right. Okay. I see your point there.
You see a black woman, let's pull her over. Then I was drunk because I was under. Excuse me.
You were drunk. Tell me. Let's go into that. What that kind of leads into something that's a little bit down our list, but let's jump into it right now.
Okay.
What your most recent?
Can we walk that back? Because it's that
your most recent arrest was drunken driving. Can you tell me a little bit about that? What happened?
I was just under a lot of stress, a lot of pressure, and I had one too many. And it happens. Life happens.
Right.
Life happens.
And so they said you were in the trunk of your car, and on the back seat they found large garbage bags filled with marijuana. What was that?
Well, I wouldn't say they were large garbage bags filled. I have a farm, as I told you, after my dad. I started growing my own. And so, I mean, that's part of what I do.
Okay.
That's part of what I do. Just like whatever a person's business is, then yeah, so that's part of what I do.
Here's another issue that I'd like to talk about. When people criticize what you're doing, what do you think the problem, and I'm talking about citizens, not police, not the judge, not customers, but when average people in your neighborhood, because we've got some complaints from your neighbors.
Well, I wasn't aware. What?
We've got lots of complaints on the record. I see a lot of complaints from your neighbors that live near you. Constant traffic,
They're
people hanging out.
I mean, they're probably jealous. And again, I live in a neighborhood predominantly, well, I'm probably the only black woman, so it's probably another issue of whether I won't say racist but prejudice. How do I know? I mean, I'm a good neighbor. I keep my yard nice. I bring my garbage cans in when I'm supposed to. So I really wasn't aware that like my neighbors had a complaint. Everything in there. I mean, you're not, because that's just people lie.
Right.
People lie. So
I want to follow up on one issue you said here. You talked about, do you feel you're targeted because of your race? Is that what you're trying to say? You brought that up like 2 times already. Do you think the marijuana laws are for everyone?
Oh, are they really? When I can then, but I can go into like a smoke shop and buy it. So.
Yes. That's why they have the legal facility.
Right. As we said earlier, again, the big machine, just for the money.
Yeah. Okay, I can see that point of view. Again, I don't want to get back onto the legalities of it, whether it should be right or wrong. Here's another one. What's the most ridiculous reason you've ever been arrested, in your opinion? And this could be any kind of arrest, even outside of your marijuana issues.
Okay. And you're on my team.
I am. I'm just trying to. What I like to do at the beginning is lay out everything to get all the.
Well,
things on the table.
One of the. Oh my goodness, this was just completely asinine. I was at, years ago at because you're saying I had 50 arrests.
Yes.
I was at a McDonald's and I had ordered and I gave them a 20 and they said that I didn't give them a 20. So, I mean, I kind of course, I lost my temper and I jumped over the counter. Just erratic. I do lack self-control at times. I think I've matured, but so that may be.
Okay, good. I'm glad you're able to open up on that. And let's see, in all of these stories, who would you say made the biggest mistake? Was it either you or everyone else?
Right. No, it's. I mean, I'm not okay. Obviously, the police.
Mhm.
Because it's a lack of understanding. I mean, if there's something that I want, due to my own issue, it's like, even if I feel I want to take it,
Mhm.
I'll take it.
Mm. Mm. Do you have any guilt for having that kind of feelings that, you can take what you want?
No, because I mean, I believe I'm entitled to it.
Mm.
I'm entitled to, like I just said, even with the growing the marijuana. I mean, I'm not that, but it's because I'm not in it for the money. So if I see a need and that need can be met, and not the conventional way, then it's like, okay, I'm not hurting anyone. That's the thing. No one is getting hurt in any way. If anything, they're being helped. As I keep saying, it's a benefit or a necessity to those that I come in contact with. So I don't know if you can understand that.
Yes, yes. So let's move on. We're going to go a little bit deeper now. And what I'm trying to do in this very first session is set, I guess, what we would call a framework of how we're going to do our work, of how we're going to dig deep.
How many sessions am I ordered, please? Because
I would think you're ordered about 6. And after those are over, then I'll have to sign off if I think you've made the progress. So again, I'm on your side. I want you to make the progress. I want you to finish in these 6 appointed sessions so you can go on with your life. We don't want to have you another group of 6. So we want to dig down and see if we can make some headway. So after the 3rd or 4th arrest, you were told it was still a good idea to continue. Who told you that? Why did you think it was still a good idea? And we're talking way back, because like I said, we had a number of arrests. After the 3rd or 4th, why did you think it was still a good idea to continue trying this or doing it?
Because it's a benefit for those who.
But what about you? It wasn't benefiting you.
Well, it benefits me indirectly if they're being benefited by it. If I know that I can be, if I'm truly helping someone, then it does help me indirectly because I'm helping someone. Just like if you're helping me, then don't you feel, oh, this is good for me because I'm helping my patient?
Yes. I can see your point of view on that. Let's move on.
And that's what it's all about. It's all about the other person, helping the other, true help.
Okay.
That's how I see it.
If this was just about the money, why not find a legal way to make money?
No, it's all about the money for the government. For me, it's not just all about the money. It's truly about helping, getting people the relief they need, or even for those that want the escape and they don't want, if you were to do your research, I mean, marijuana is not addictive. You're not having anyone like fentanyl and opioids. So it's not a gateway.
Well, again, we're not really here to address those issues. Those are well above what we're trying to do. We're just trying to see how
We're trying?
Yes. We're a team. This is a team effort.
I
Again.
don't want to be on this team, but okay.
Okay.
Team effort.
Why?
You're Shaq and I'm Kobe.
Yeah. All right. Yes. Why did selling give you that regular job? Okay. What did selling give you that a regular job can't? See, we want to move towards. We want to imagine that you aren't in this business. So, what do you think a regular job can't give you? If you could make the same amount of money,
I don't have to
and if you
answer.
could,
I don't
and
have
if you could,
to
and if you
answer.
could help people, if you could help the same amount of people in a legal way,
I'm not doing anything illegal.
this is hypothetical.
Okay. Oh, well, I mean, I don't have to answer to anyone. I'm my own boss, if you will. Then.
Okay.
I don't want people telling me what to do.
Well, actually, that's a good answer.
Yeah. I'm not going to. Well, yeah. I don't like being told what to do.
In your record, early on, it states that you told the officers and you told your lawyers that you really had no option but to do what you're doing. Why did you say that? Or do you still feel that way? Or is that something that you reject now? You had no options.
Well, I really don't, because I guess I could say I had other options. Wait, what did you say I said?
This was early on, and this was years ago.
Okay.
You stated a number of times.
Okay, I'm past that. I'm past.
Well, really, sometimes we have to go back to the beginning to see where we are now, and to stop the behavior.
So I said I didn't have any
Options. Yes, it says right there. You said you didn't have any options.
Well, I mean, if we're gonna go back, I mean, I've suffered like tragedy and trauma, death. I mean, and no one's unique. I'm not, but I mean, I've been through a lot. So, and that when it started, I didn't really have any options, because it's like my source of income, if you will, came to an abrupt end, and I with my dad, my husband, Pat. So, and it's like, I can make this work. I can make this work. And that's what I did. That's why I said I started growing my own marijuana.
Okay.
And just as the course of events, as things happen, that's just how it happened.
Okay. And at the beginning, did you ever feel any guilt that you were breaking the law? I mean, you knew the laws existed, even though you didn't agree with them. Did you feel any guilt?
No, because I believed that I didn't do anything wrong.
Okay.
So what would I be guilty for? And we've got nothing to be guilty of. Our love
Right.
is 1 in a million, near or far.
All right. Let's get back on track.
I love
here.
Barbara Streisand.
Oh yeah.
It's like, when you said guilty, and I'm like, I don't have anything to be guilty of. That's
Thank you. Who depends on you, and how did that make you feel about yourself? The people that depended on you, who knew you were in this illegal business. Well, you didn't feel everything was wrong with it, but how did you deal with them seeing you in that light?
Well, my father depended on me, and then, I mean, of course, not of course, I guess he passed.
Yes.
So that affected me tremendously. But like I said, I'm not unique. I mean, we're born to die, so that's. But who depended on me?
Yes. The question.
I depend on myself. I need a place to live. I need food to eat. My children at the time, when the tragedy happened, with my husband, but they were late teens. So,
And how do your children feel about you and all the multiple arrests, and you continue to do the same behavior that's gotten you in trouble so many times? How do they feel about that?
Well, you would have to ask them.
But you would have some idea how they feel, right?
I don't really see them that much. So, I mean, maybe they have issues with me.
Well, if they did, would that change any of your behavior if they didn't want you to do it?
No.
Okay.
No. Because I'm confident in my choices.
What the way you are now, and with all the situation you're in now, here you are in court-appointed therapy, what matters more to you? The money and helping people, or the control that you have by running your own business and selling the product?
It's a mix. It's like, it's a game. So you can't get out of the game. You really can't win the game. So I just have to balance that I don't have to answer to anyone.
Mhm.
Well, now I'm here. To some degree, I guess. What?
What do you value more? The control that you have over your income,
Oh.
the control you have over your business, or dealing with all the negative aspects as far as being arrested, as far as breaking the law, as far as now being here in court-appointed therapy, and or the potential of doing jail time?
No, 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 no. Please. Can you just like make sure like that you put that because I don't want to go to jail. I mean,
Well, that's good. As long as you're here and you're actively working, I'm going to give you a good review that you're actually trying, even if you have to come back for another session, 6 weeks, which we hope not.
But it's not the matter of controlling. It's just I just want to make my own rules and my own laws, and I'm not hurting anyone.
Okay.
I'm helping.
Okay.
I'm a it's, as I keep saying, beneficial, necessity, whatever the case. So, and if I can earn an income and I'm not on the system, I'm not on EBT and welfare, then
Right.
I mean, that's
Okay. Here's a hard question. Now we're in the middle of our session, and this is where I usually start trying to zero in. What would it mean to you if you cold stopped and became normal? Could you live that life
I am.
and didn't break any laws anymore?
Is there anyone who doesn't break any laws?
Well, I'm talking about the situation here with the marijuana. If you stopped cold and you didn't sell marijuana anymore, do you think you could live a normal life?
I think no, because if I'm not able to help, then if I'm not able to offer the service that I offer to those who are in need, if I'm not able to do that, no, I would find myself very depressed. Then I'd probably end up on some prescription cocktail. So whatever. So yeah, no, that won't work for me. I don't.
So this leads into a next question then. Do you think you're running away from those potential bad?
You're running and you're running and you're running away. You're running as you keep saying something.
Let's stay focused. Sorry. Thank you.
That's a Bob Marley song, running away, but you can't run away from yourself. See that?
So let's focus. Let's get back to our situation here.
I can't run away from myself.
Do you think you're running away from the problems you face, or are you chasing that feeling of importance that you get from being the dealer or being the provider or being the service provider?
I'm running away or chasing.
Right. Which one is more of a draw for you? Being who you are as a person who they come to get what they need, or are you running away from the problems that you face by continually being arrested?
I don't find I'm running away neither one of those. I'm not running away and I'm not chasing. I'm kind of just in a neutral place, if you will. I'm just in a neutral place. I'm content with how things are. I mean, I'm not content being here, obviously. I'm not content that I was caught, because I had one too many and then another arrest. I understand because you said I had 50. I wasn't aware that I had 50.
Yes, that was quite a bit.
Oh, well.
How would you feel? Now, this is something else where I like to ask now as we get a little bit deeper. If you had to do jail time.
Feelings. What?
How would you feel if you had to do jail time? Now, you're facing a sentence potentially of 5 to 10 years. How would you feel if you were sentenced and you were incarcerated?
It won't work.
Could you deal with that?
I believe I could deal with anything but that. Who would want to go to jail?
Not that you want to go, but the fear of going doesn't persuade you to stop what you're doing. So you're not afraid of really doing jail time if you had to.
I wouldn't say I'm afraid of it, no, because as I said, I think that with your help and we're a team,
Yes,
it'll work out.
Okay.
It'll work itself out.
Okay.
I believe.
Okay, and here's another question for this segment. We're at the middle segment now. We're closing in on our, like I said, we have an hour. We're closing in on our over half of our session. If the system approved of what you are doing,
You are in my system. You say words that like bring back songs. So just to keep it.
yeah,
Did you know that?
you know, I didn't know that. You're one of my few patients who breaks into song. But if the system approved of what you were doing, would you still feel powerful or needed by your customers? If you were legal, say for instance, you did what you had to do, you jumped through all the hoops, you got the insurance, you got the clearance, you went to the classes.
Well, I had a
became
cousin that
legal.
owned a marijuana farm actually, and the government taxed him so he just gave that up. So you're saying would I if I was
If you were legal, your system, if your business was legal, would you still feel as powerful?
No,
would you still feel as helpful?
I probably not.
So you're kind of drawn to the illegality of what you're doing.
Well, again, the government laws and the reason behind it, the whole so we can get your I'd have to I don't know. I have to think about that. So if they respected my business and said, "Oh, now you can sell and we won't arrest you anymore."
Right. You became legal. You became a licensed dealer.
Oh, licensed district like
Yes. Yes.
Well, what do I call it? A weed like a weed shop.
What do they call it? The distribution center? Yeah, marijuana distribution center. Service provider. Dispensary. That's the term I'm looking for. Dispensary.
Well, I dispense and
No, but if you were legal, you were above board. You followed all the rules. You paid. You put up the money necessary to become legal.
No, I don't. That's just again. I want that freedom because who's to say you make a law? I mean, you're a person just like me. So where is it? Okay, I'm going to make this law and you have to follow it.
Right.
So I mean, especially when I'm not talking about murder, but just that I offer a service that's being offered already.
Right. Right.
I guess you can kind of say just like prostitution, if it's legal somewhere and you say it's illegal here, but it's legal there. I'm not like comparing the two, but it's like, why is it legal here? It's not legal here. No one, you have the whole consenting adults and
right. Okay. Here's a question. Now we're in the home, we're around in third base now. If I handed you a legal business tomorrow that made just as much money as you make now, that gives you the feeling that you're helping people, and you really were, whatever the business is, whatever it decided to be, you are helping people, you're serving a need, people coming to you because they're getting something. Would you be able to switch from the sales of illegal marijuana to the new business that I gave you and feel just as well?
So a dispensary and they're coming in?
No, just say, let's get out of that industry.
Oh.
If it was some other type of business, that's hypothetically, but it doesn't matter what business it is. If I could give you a legal business and you're making the same amount of money, you had the same amount of prestige, would you take it?
I'd like a bakery.
Yeah, say for instance you had a great bakery like Crumble or a new version of Mrs. Fields that was successful.
Probably, and I would put marijuana in some of the...
I'm not supposed to laugh. That's unprofessional. Sorry about that. Let's move on from that.
Yeah, because the what ifs, I mean, come on, what do we do with what ifs?
Okay, here's another one. What part of your old life, if you stopped the marijuana, would you miss most? Let's say it's over with. Let's say the marijuana sales is over. Let's say my court-appointed therapy that we're doing now worked, and all of a sudden, you don't want to do it anymore.
Wouldn't be
what would you miss the most?
Helping the people. Offering that service, offering that service that some get relief, an escape, if you will. Some that are just depression, all of the different labels that are out here. Then I wouldn't be able to facilitate and help in that area.
Okay, yes, that's a good question. Good answer. Like a
that would affect me. Yeah.
When you imagine working a normal job,
I don't know.
What's the first feeling that comes to you? Like,
I don't really imagine working because I keep telling you I don't want to follow punching a clock or dealing with other the co-workers and all their issues and the office parties, and I know.
But that brings up a good follow-up question. What was the last, before you started with the marijuana, what was the last normal job, civilian job that you had?
Well, I actually never had a job because I married young. I married a wealthy man, and it was just that homemaker, if you will, wife, and then
Okay.
he tragically passed. I had to help my dad, and it just snowballed, and here we are.
Okay.
So, yeah,
Okay.
that
Um,
that's how it goes. Pop goes the weasel.
so I know I've asked this question again, but I want to get a definitive answer. Is it harder for you to face jail or to give up marijuana?
Well, I don't smoke.
Not smoking, sales,
I don't chew
and
or
distribution.
um, if I'm in jail, then I really can't help anyone. You're saying
What's
what
harder? Is it harder for you to face jail? Are you more afraid of facing jail or more afraid of living an ordinary life?
Maybe. I guess I would choose living my life. The fear of living my life, but then if I'm in jail, I can't live my life anyway.
Right. Okay, that's fair. Um,
Well, yeah. Yeah.
so do you feel prestige or a sense of a higher value of yourself
No.
while you're selling the marijuana? Is that something that drives you to continue to do it?
Not at all. There's no prestige. It's how many times do I have to tell you this? I mean, who's in therapy here? I keep telling you the same thing.
Well, sometimes questions are
and I'm not
repetitive.
being disrespectful.
No offense taken.
Like, are you writing this?
I'm actually recording this. Yes, don't worry. It's very secure. No one will see it. Just for my notes. So,
Wow.
do you feel guilty for any people who use what you sell and get in trouble or get arrested themselves? Do you feel any guilt for
No,
that?
I'm not aware of anyone getting arrested. And again, if these are all of us make our own choices.
Mhm.
No, I'm not aware of anyone that I have helped getting or aided or assisted in their own personal issues of life that's been arrested. I'm not aware of that. So where do you get that information?
This is
It's just a random question.
hypothetical.
Well, no, because as I said, marijuana is not addictive. So as I am helping, so you're not on the fentanyl and opioids and addicted. So no, I really have to say I'm comfortable and confident in my service that I offer.
And what about
And I'm fair. My prices are very fair.
people under age 18 and under?
No, I don't do them. These are adults who are making grown folk decisions. So
Do you feel any responsibility for an adult buying it and taking your product and giving it to children?
well, now that's how would I know what they're? I mean, that's just taking it a bit too far. How am I going to know what they're going to do? But the people that I deal with, most of them I know on a personal level, and they're not doing that. Thank you very much.
Okay.
Yeah, you're like
No
going
offense.
off.
No
You're
offense.
like going off someone.
Like I said, these are the questions that are coming around home base. Some these hit a little bit harder.
Oh, like Otani?
Yes. Do you think, now this is a variation of the earlier question, do you think you're addicted to selling this, or is it the power that you get from selling it?
I'm not.
What do you like best?
No, it's not power. It's not addiction. It's assistance. It's help. It's a service. So I don't have any power. I'm not like some Scarface, and I'm just a middle-aged lady. Well, technically, would I be middle-aged? Because I don't think I'll live to 120. So I'm just who I am and doing what I do. So it's not like some corporation that I have, or I'm like some mob boss. You're like painting a picture that no, you're going off somewhere, Doctor Warning.
So after,
And I'm like really getting like,
well, don't get upset.
Can I-
Like I said, sometimes we have to
don't get upset.
we have to press the issue
Yeah,
just to break through.
right. But
As they say, sometimes you have to break a few eggs to make an omelet.
Oh my God. Okay.
Sorry for that. If nobody needed you anymore and no one, your customers came to you, they went, say for instance, they went to legal places to buy their marijuana. What do you feel feelings it would bring up in you where all your customers has abandoned you? They went to the legal facility and they no longer came to you. What would you
Well, if
do
I
in that
can't
case?
serve, if I can't be of service, if I can't assist in any, that would lead me into a low place. Yeah, because
Do you think you would finally give it up if you didn't have enough customers? Does this thing?
well, I guess I would have if I mean, unless I go somewhere else. I don't have to stay here. I don't have to LA proved too much for the woman. She couldn't make it. So no, I wouldn't. Maybe I just go somewhere else. Cuz that's again my desire is to serve.
Okay. And here's closing in and coming towards home base. What scares you more? Going to jail or living a small, normal, honest, above board life?
You keep asking me the same questions.
I'm sorry, that's how this works. Sometimes we ask you the same variation of a question.
Oh, so like I'm not paying attention or I'm an
believer, just give you to see if you answer the same each time.
Don't push me because I'm close to the edge. I'm trying not to lose my head. It's like a jungle. Sometimes it makes me wonder how I keep from going under.
Okay, let's move on from there.
That's how I feel because you're like I'm like close to the edge and you're just.
Okay, here's one that really digs deep. Right now, do you actually want to stop, or do you plan to continue and deal with the consequences, whatever they may be?
I will not stop helping. I will not stop serving. I will not stop meeting the needs of those in need or want. It could be a need. It could be a greed. No one is there. It's not addictive. So no, I have no intentions.
All right. And here's coming up to our final question. If this situation you're in, selling marijuana, arrested over 50 times,
service, offering services, meeting the needs,
constantly having raids at your home, constantly being taken to jail, booked, fingerprinted,
a lot
a name in the newspaper.
A lot of the times it's setups.
What are you
set up?
What are you actually protecting? People that need marijuana have other places to go. They don't have to get it from you.
Okay, but that's just like saying I'm me though. So it's like they want to deal with Chloe. They want to deal with me. They don't want to go other places. That's just like if you want a steak from Ruth's Chris. I don't want Outback. I want to deal with her. I mean, I can give examples all day long. So
okay. All right. Well, fortunately, we're at the end of our hour.
All of the days.
And so I want you to think about.
Sorry that it had.
I want you to think about what we talked about today, and what I'd like you to do too. What I ask my new clients to do is start a journal. Start a journal.
It's not happening, Dr. Warner.
This part of. I'm sorry. It's part of the. It's part of the.
The court ordered for me to journal.
Yes, because we want to see, and you don't have to write a lot. Paragraph or two.
I bet
after each session.
Oh, is that because Michael B. Jordan says he journals, and so then that's how he ended up winning an Oscar?
No. We just want to validate if you're making progress.
Sure.
We want you to write down at least a paragraph, 4 or 5 sentences about what you learned from this session. So you're going to have an ongoing journal, and it doesn't have to be anything formal. I prefer it to be one of those black.
Does the court provide that?
You can get it at a 99-cent store. Well, they went out of business, but you can get it at the Dollar Tree. Something cheap, and just put the date and a paragraph.
Okay.
No. Just once a week.
One journal entry a week?
For our session, after our session. And I prefer you do it after our session. And you can, when you come next time, bring the journal with you so that I can take a quick eyeball at it.
And what is it you're telling me?
I want you to write down what you learned from the session. And if you didn't learn anything, write down what it made you think about. Something. We need a paragraph to capsulize if you learned anything, if it made you think about anything, if it made you consider what you're doing.
Okay. I can just put I got you.
Yeah, you don't have to tell me now, but just one paragraph or so. And if you want to write more, write more. we're open to
Who's
that.
going to read it?
Just me. And ultimately, after I turn my report in, that will be attached to the report that I will turn into the court. Your journal. So the journal is mandatory, just like the sessions are mandatory. I don't know if the court clerk told you about that. A lot of times they forget to tell you about that because sometimes people are afraid to write. Don't worry about the spelling. Spelling
So
doesn't
is this
count.
going to determine whether after this
This is part of
probationary
it. This is
period?
part of it. The journal is worth the sessions we do. If you want to know the breakdown, they're like 75%, and the journal is like 25%. So you can't pass without turning in the journal, and the journal has to be updated after each session every week. So it's mandatory. And again, I want to thank you. We had a good session. You seem to be open. You weren't hostile towards me because, again, like I said, I'm here to help you. I'm on your team. I want you to pass. I want you to go out and be a protective member
You're
of society.
Jack and I'm Kobe.
Yes, yes.
We're a
I want you to be a crime-free citizen. That's my goal.
And if I can help you at all, if you're, just let me know.
Okay.
Because I'm open to new clients.
No, I don't partake of the marijuana.
The devil's lettuce?
Yes. I used to, when I was a kid, I watched those movies, Reefer Madness.
I'm not familiar with that.
Well, you should look it up on the internet. Reefer Madness. It's a great little thing about
you're what? Yeah. Well, okay.
and the evils of it. Gateway drug. I know
It's
you don't
not-
believe.
it's
I know you don't believe in
Not
that.
gateway. It's not a gateway drug.
But I'm sorry. I didn't mean to very unprofessional of me. I'm sorry about that. Well, thank you for your time, and I'll see you again. Talk to Susie, my receptionist, on the way out, and we'll schedule your session. I'm kind of thinking maybe how's Thursdays and Fridays for you? One of those days.
I have
an
an option?
Yes, either Thursday or Friday. I have an opening in my schedule.
I'll see.
Okay, just let her know, and I'll see you next week.
Thank you, Dr. Warning.
Thank you.